Now, we sit a few yards away from a building that was under construction and never completed. I refer to the building right across the street, across Buchanan Street. That building was to be the new National Bank or the Central Bank. Now, my information is that the building was, the cost of construction, completing that building was projected at 20 million United States dollars. My understanding is that a construction company, I think BAO, I'm not so sure, but its president and manager, Mr. Paliazeri, that this money was paid upfront, 20 million United States dollars was paid upfront for that building. The consulting architects at the time, Wallace and Wallace, certified that that building was completed and that payment should be done, and payment was done, I think through the Eurobank. That may have been the institution through which that payment was done. The Ministry of Public Works was to provide supervisory services, confirm whether the recommendation by the consulting engineers, Wallace and Wallace, was actually the fact. I understand that the Ministry of Public Works also acquiesced to the arrangement to have the money paid up front, and that this money was paid, 20 million United States dollars. Till today, this money, the bank building has not been completed. You recall that there was a crane that was used to facilitate the construction of that building, and after the conflict broke out, the crane went into disuse, and eventually portions began to drop, caused some accidents, and I think it was the Chinese that eventually succeeded in dismantling the crane. During the period of your work, did any such information come by you? Or would you have any information that would suggest that yes, this money was paid? And would you know whether the payment was done through the central bank? At the time, I think the governor of the central bank, which was the national bank at the time, was Thomas DeVore Hansen. During the period of your work, spending the 32 years, National Force for Eradication of Corruption, Ministry of National Security and all of that, did any such information come by you?
I can answer that question in this way. The PRC worked in a way, if an influential person in their midst had financial interest in a given project, that project went on in the twinkling of an eye. Just like the bulk purchasing scheme, because somebody influential in their midst had interest, they had no objection to that scheme. Just like the hanging bridge, because somebody would benefit, they had no objection. So many instances, they would pay up front. Once they knew that their interest would be protected, they would pay up front. So I'm sure you got your facts together, and you can see that this building is still here. But to say that that information came on my desk, no. But what happened, because of our interaction with the PRC fellows, from the Samuel Doe to the rest of them, every time we met to socialize, all these stories would come out and they would tell us. And by that way, we know some of the things we know today. Yeah, so I'm sure the TRC at your closing, you may just want to follow up on all these hanging developments and see whether they were paid for. Record will be somewhere, but the PRC did pay up front on most of their activities.
Thank you very much. Now, there's also the issue of the housing bank. As you know, a new proposed housing bank building stands on Ashman Street, near what used to be the former executive mansion. Our information suggests that substantial amounts of money was diverted from the regional project cost into private coffers. Some went into the erection of other buildings around Monrovia. Did any such information come by you, or would you have heard of any such information during your years of work in anti-corruption activities?
No.
You said no?
No.
All right.